Because future-looking statements are inherently subject to risk and uncertainty, our reminder is that you should make any purchasing decisions or investment decisions based on products that are currently commercially available.
Hi, my name is Zayne Turner, and I'm the Director of Architect Relations here at Salesforce.
And I'm Marc Braga, a Principal Architect Evangelist at Salesforce.
And we are the Architect Relations team, and we're so thrilled that you decided to join us today for an episode full of sneak peeks and tools that we cannot wait for you to use every single day. So I want to dive right in. Marc, how about a little journey?
Let's do it. Is this Ruth?
Yeah, this is Ruth. I wanted to introduce you to this very special architect, so you already know her name. What else can you tell me about Ruth?
Well, I know that she's a fellow CTA, like myself.
Yeah, and there are not many CTAs in the world, so you all are part of a very special club. But you're part of another special club in that Ruth is the representative of all things architect in the Salesforce universe. And so we know that there's more to Ruth than just the fact that she holds the CTA credential, which is already pretty awesome. But we know that Ruth is also a driver of customer success because architects are a key factor in the health of customer implementations. In research by 10K partners, asking customers about their satisfaction with their Salesforce instances and how they're succeeding with their businesses in Salesforce, we found that architects are the significant factor in success. 98% of A-grade implementations rated by customers were led by an architect. So we know that you are out there driving successful customer stories through the work you do.
And architects are leaders. Architects lead multiple teams and act as strategic advisors with many executive stakeholders. You lead multi-year, multi-million-dollar projects, and while we know that not every project is that size, these metrics that you see speak to the impact that you have. The people in your organizations look to the architects as the one who understands both the business and the tech. You are the most trusted digital advisors in our ecosystem.
We also know there aren't enough architects in the ecosystem. More research has shown us that just between 2017 and 2018, there was a 41% increase in demand for architect roles. And for every 10 open roles, there's really only one qualified individual to fill that space. You are in high demand with all of the important work that you do. And when we started the journey of architect relations, we also wanted to know what it was like to work in this ecosystem, what it really was that you did every day and what was top of mind for all of you working around the world. So we went and talked to you. All around the world, we talked to people working inside Salesforce, in the ecosystem, in a variety of backgrounds, and we listened to what it is that we could be doing to help you be better at what you do every day. We also heard what it is that you do every day, and some common themes emerged. One of them was architects solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, and there's no clear path to the solutions for these problems. Simple solutions are often much more complex when you start the implementation. That's what we heard from you loud and clear. Like, what is the Sales Cloud data model? Where can you find it? Is it updated, right? Simple solutions like that. What's the best way to architect a B2C and B2B account hierarchy?
And these simple problems get even more complex when you're trying to solve truly complex problems because there is no clear path to the basics. When you're asked questions like, what governance model is best for Salesforce? Or how should we orchestrate logic between platform events, Lightning Web Components, and Apex? The answer often feels like guessing, is what you told us. And that these guesses, it's hard to know if other architects would do the same thing in your own situation. And so you told us that these kinds of problems start stacking up. And in fact, you also told us everybody knows there's a gap between the possibility of our products, sometimes the way that Salesforce even talks about our own product potential, and the reality of the implementations that you're leading, the companies that you're building for, and the landscapes that you're dealing with. But you told us that this gap itself isn't necessarily the problem.
That's right. The gap isn't the problem because that's where the architects live, between what's possible and what's being delivered. You actually work to build bridges between these gaps. And what you told us was that you need better resources to build those bridges. Resources like this, clearer standards, more prescriptive guidance, and patterns from expert Salesforce architects that Salesforce stands behind.
And that's why we're excited to announce the first resource to help you be even more effective at what you do, the Architect Decision Guides. And we built these guides to help you know when to choose the right tool for the right task. So Marc, can you tell us more about these guides?
Yeah, as you can see here, we have our 3 Architect Decision Guides. Let's jump right into the first one, Record Triggered Automation. These have been some of our biggest hits, so you're probably already familiar with this one, along with our Architect's Guide to Building Forms. So here you can see all the guides start with the same format. The key takeaways followed by a bunch of information and visuals that help you decide how to pick the right tools for the right task. Here in the Record Triggered Automation guide, you can see it's followed by use case details and considerations that take it even further, helping you in this guide. Now let's go back to the guides, because today we have another exciting announcement for you. The Architect's Guide to Migrating Changes. You may have caught Shane's session earlier announcing this guide. If you didn't, please check it out. As you can see, the guide follows the same format with the key takeaways. And in one particular announcement that we're excited about is this new package type, org-dependent package, that's coming in winter 21. Check out the guide to learn more about that and additional package types and other items like API support, sandboxes, scratch orgs, and everything else that you need to make an informed decision about how you migrate changes.
And you can learn all about all of the Architect Decision Guides and why we built them here in the Introducing the Architect Decision Guides post on our blog. And that's right, that's the second resource we're happy to announce that you can use. We launched the Salesforce Architects blog on Medium, and we have a lot of great stuff there. So Marc, can you take us into some of the goodness on the blog?
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't followed us yet, make sure you do. You're going to find some of our greatest hits, like those Architect Decision Guides, along with another wealth of other content. As you can see here on the homepage, you can find all the ways that we explore and celebrate what matters to architects. We demystify the complex roles that architects play in your organizations, and through the content that we publish, we create new ways for architects to learn, understand, and connect. Let's have a look at some of these posts. On this post, you can see practical advice from an experienced architect on how to build a user security model. This architect works within Salesforce, but we have content from all architects across the ecosystem. And you can focus on lessons learned and ways to navigate the gray areas in the work that you do. In our correspondences post, you can see here you'll learn strategies from 2 experienced architects and women in tech on the strategies that they've used to establish credibility in their workplace. These correspondences posts give you a different way of thinking and different perspective on how to solve the problems that you're dealing with. And then of course, we have product information and announcements straight from Salesforce. We heard that loud and clear from you. Get the inside scoop on the latest Salesforce news and all the resources that you need from us on the Salesforce Architects blog on Medium. Make sure you follow us.
That is an awesome look at the blog. Thank you, Marc. And now I'm super excited to take you into the future and show you some sneak peeks of what you can expect from us next. So we're gonna take a behind the scenes look here. So let's dive in. So right here on the screen, what we're looking at is a diagram, but it's a Salesforce diagram. That's right, we heard from you that one of the biggest pain points you face is the fact that you have to make diagrams by hand from scratch, project over project over project. You have trouble getting our icons. You have trouble knowing what color to use for what products. You wanted us to make it easier for you to make predictable, repeatable diagrams. And that's what we're looking at here, the beginning of the Salesforce diagramming toolkit that we are going to share with you in January. So let's take a look at this diagram a little more. As you can see here, it's an entity relationship diagram, and we're looking at an object. but we have a clear place for you to put an icon if this is, say, from a managed package or a third-party system. You can enumerate the fields here as you would expect, but you can also add now special icons for things like large data volume or relationship hierarchy. These symbols are for you to use to indicate special metadata about this object. And as you can see, this doesn't just stop with objects. Right here on that relationship connector, we have a place for you to indicate this relationship could be subject to data skew. You can also place a clear indicator of what field is even creating a relationship. We give you repeatable places to clearly indicate what's going on in these diagrams so that any stakeholder can see it. Even more, if we look up top, we're building in standard pieces like a header for you to give your diagrams a title, a description, a regular place to put the legend so people know what those symbols mean. And this doesn't just stop with things like ERDs. This symbol, these predictable places to put information, can show up in a diagram like this integration flow. You see again, title, description, a place for your key. And as we zoom in and look here at this integration flow, this isn't Salesforce products. This could be third-party products. Again, anything in the enterprise that you need to interact with as you're building your Salesforce diagrams, you can use this metadata footer with the information about this system right here in your integration diagram. We're giving you repeatable building blocks to make all of your diagrams great. And we're super excited that this is being built for you, for what you need. So here is a zoomed in look at that card that we've been seeing over and over again. And this is an example of those building blocks, giving you predictable places to put valuable information, to making diagrams not only easier to build, but easier for any stakeholder to understand. So look for this diagramming kit coming to you in January. We're really excited to share, and we can't wait to hear what you're building with it and what you want to see next. So give us that feedback.
Zayne, thanks so much for covering that diagramming kit. I know firsthand, you and I both know that this is going to be a super valuable resource for the ecosystem. We know the pain points that you're all experiencing, and we felt it firsthand. So we're excited to get it out there. But I think there's something else Zayne's holding out on us about. Is there another announcement you have, Zayne?
Oh, you're right, Marc. There is. I am super excited to announce the Architect Digital Home. You may have seen it appearing throughout this whole session, but we are right here live online today at salesforce.com/architects. This digital home is the biggest resource we are super excited to share with you. It was built based on what you told us you needed to be able to do with Salesforce products. And from the way we've arranged the navigation to all of the content that we're going to be adding in the coming months and that we're launching with today was built with you in mind. So you'll see right here the menu of design, deliver, govern, roadmap. This is what you do. And under each of these sections, you're gonna find jam-packed information straight from Salesforce to make you better at building the best solutions for customers you can possibly build. So we cannot wait to see what you think about this website. As you'll notice, it's in preview mode, so please give us feedback. We know that not all the features are there because we really want to listen and understand if we're headed in the right direction, and look for more evolution in this website in the coming year.
Yeah, that's right. We built that website based on the research and the feedback we got from you all. So please check it out, interact with it, let us know what you think and what you want to see on there going forward. So with that said, we know it's been a difficult year, but we hope you feel renewed by the positive insights that we gave you early on in this session about the architects and your role in the ecosystem. We have exciting announcements about how Salesforce is investing in you, the architects. So please check out all the resources we covered today, the blog, the architect decision guides, and let us know what you think. We're excited for your feedback, so please let us know. And Zayne, anything else you want to add?
We just want to make sure that you have all the resources that we shared. So you can see right here, you should follow us on Medium. You should go check out that brand new website and keep your eye on that website because we're going to be releasing that diagramming kit in January, and we can't wait to see what you build. And you can, of course, connect with us on Twitter and LinkedIn, and always let us know what's on your mind. Thanks for joining us today. We hope it's been an amazing Dream TX, and we hope the rest of your Dream TX is as incredible as this time together has been. Thanks, everyone.
Thousands of companies, including McKesson, Instacart, Square, Caterpillar, and many more, are seeing performance, scale, and productivity gains utilizing the Snowflake Cloud Data Platform. Snowflake has over 1 exabyte of data under management, and hundreds of thousands of users execute hundreds of millions of workloads every day.
Did you know that an ally is someone who doesn't identify as an underrepresented group, but seeks to understand the challenges that they face? At Salesforce, we've distilled becoming an ally into 4 practices: ask, listen, show up, and speak up. Skilling up on equality makes our community stronger. Learn more on Trailhead and earn your Equality Allies Strategy Badge.